Welcome everyone to the Let's Play of Devil May Cry 4, which I am not doing on the Brain Scratch channel. I brought my own channel back to life. What is this shit? I am here with two guests today. Introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Carlo the Scrub. I don't know how to play Devil May Cry 4, but I'll commentate anyways.
I'm Ryan. I've beaten most of them, and I'm kind of good, I guess, but I'm rusty, so, you know. I'm also prone to just going on about the story. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
That's
And
British,
I'll just talk
Ryan,
shit about,
as opposed to
talk shit
American.
about his gameplay.
Yeah, I'm the counterpart of British, right? Of American, right? You know? That's the two of us in the world, but we can't ever meet. Doppelgangers. Which is also a style, so it's vaguely related.
Now, as I understand it, when they were introducing this game to gaming press and stuff, the first reaction upon seeing Nero's design was that he was a new design for Dante.
Yeah.
Well, it's
because,
obvious. Yeah.
Well, the thing with Nero is he's a take on, the Raiden effect. They wanted to do a Raiden thing with DMC4, but
He's a successor, but yeah.
They already saw how the fans reacted to Raiden, but I'm not getting into that. So they made him look like Dante, but they went a bit too far with it.
Well, they mixed blue into his design, so I guess he's supposed to be kind of like Virgil, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to like hint about more. Yeah. It's supposed to be a bit more of the counterpart blue and red that's been through the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then like when you grab his double jump, it's like purple and shit, right? So.
Yeah, his double trigger throws blue glowy sword things like Virgil used to.
It's Virgil's DT, that's his devil trigger.
Yeah, but originally, fun fact, that wasn't supposed to, his devil trigger was
meant to be supposed to have an actual devil trigger form, I know.
But they half-finished. DMC4, the best half-finished game ever.
Yeah.
Well, Blood Omen 2 could compete.
40% of the game, what are you talking about?
Was Blood Omen 2 half-finished? I didn't know that. Oh wait, I could have told that. It did feel a bit half-finished.
It's glitchy as fuck, man.
I had a bad disc, so you know the final cutscene after you beat the stupid Saravan guy? It just froze. So I didn't officially beat the game. I was like, but I did it, but not quite.
I don't know if it's just the PS2 version, but all of the lip syncing in the final chapter cutscenes was off in that game. But back to what we're actually watching on screen. Devil May Cry starts with an opera song. Great job, guys.
Great job. This is totally what I expect from Devil May Cry, an opera song.
Meanwhile, DMC goes too far in the other direction. Strippers and dubstep.
This is totally what you need to hear, guys. Oh, Jesus.
Social commentary, yeah.
Look, I'm at a club. Isn't this so hip?
Fuck the police, but check out our game on Facebook, man.
I'd like to point out, this scene is the only character development Kyrie ever gets, ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, she sings the Song of the Savior. I guess she's kind of important? Question mark?
Not really.
She has stage fright, and she's really touched that Nero shows up at the very last minute. Okay.
And then even then, he's not listening because he has headphones on.
You know, it's funny, he loses his headphones after the first scene in the game. It's weird.
Man, why would you want to model headphones?
They must be really fucking expensive, because wireless headphones with good sound quality are pretty hard to come by.
Yes.
And then he just throws them off at the start of the first fight, and you never see them again. Dude must have money to throw away.
Dude, everyone has money to throw away in this series.
How much do Order of the Sword Knights get paid anyway?
I don't know, because they live in the Vatican.
Yeah. You know, it took me like 5 playthroughs to notice Dante standing on the building over there.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, they actually did foreshadow that part. Huh.
He didn't come completely out of nowhere.
No, he was fairly out of nowhere through the fucking roof.
Maybe there would have been better foreshadowing if this game had been finished.
Oh.
Now,
I'm not going to worry about spoilers because this game's been out for like ages and ages. Sanctus is totally the villain, and that's why Dante's going to shoot him in like 2 seconds. But he does a pretty good kindly old man act until he becomes a stereotypical evil dude, doesn't he?
Well, so did Emperor Palpatine, right? So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, loading screen.
Somewhat, yeah.
They're not that long though.
Ow. Nero is just that
Nero...
one shamelessly impatient guy at church that annoys everyone around him.
He's got headphones on. He's like, now
I know that one, yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think those ring designs on his hand are Celtic. I never get a close enough look to really tell, though.
I think they are, but I don't think that anything was ever done with them because Nero's story was once again left to be explained in the next game.
Oh, they're just accessories.
Yeah.
Which is never going to exist, but yeah.
Like, I know you can buy rings like that in a store, but can you buy clothes like that in a store? Minus the
apparently they're Knight's clothes because he has the logo all over them and crap.
Yeah.
But again, this is the same as...
I'm pretty sure the Order of the Sword didn't make these for him. This is custom made shit.
Hey, could you just make me this nice jacket? Yeah, you know. I got a design. Well, what gets me? So...
Oh god!
Oh.
And...
Dramatic slow motion coat flap.
Look who's really here. This is a DMC game after all. Yeah.
Now, I am kind of flummoxed by how he gets blood splattered on his face just now after shooting a guy in... I mean, wouldn't the blood splatter in the other direction? I don't know how physics work for that, but... I don't know.
Dramatic effect. This is a Devil May Cry game.
Dramatic effect. Devil May Cry does not do physics.
When was there ever realism in this series?
Physics over and fucks physics over the bathtub.
What do you need, man? You don't need no...
Remember, this is the series where a guy ran up a tower while shooting pterodactyls. Come on.
Ran down the tower.
Down the
tower, yeah.
He rode up the tower on a motorcycle while using the motorcycle as a nunchuck.
I think at one point he flipped off the wall of the tower and still managed to maneuver himself back onto the tower wall.
Yes. And the reason I fell in love with this game, actually.
Yeah, that was probably the best thing ever.
Talking of Dante's portrayal, I wanna mention for a moment. Dante is one of the while Capcom doesn't do character consistency very well, the two big examples I generally bring up are Dante and Leon. Leon has like 4 distinct personalities by now. Dante is pretty different between 1, 3, and 4, and...
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of time in between those games.
And 2 doesn't have a personality at all, but let's not talk about that game.
Oh, let's not talk about 2, we'll be here all day.
Says we haven't talked a little bit about the actual game we're playing yet, honestly.
Well, you know, gameplay...
Oh yeah, fair enough, no gameplay. We're about to talk shit about how Lewis plays in like 3, 2, 1, but yeah.
After these...
Can you defeat Dante's tutorial? Whoa!
Now, this is a new game plus, and we are playing on Son of Sparta mode, mostly because I didn't want to go through the tedium of playing as Nero when he has no moves at all, and again, because the beginning of the game, when you start a new game plus, is probably the most arduous part of Devil May Cry ever.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad, like, I'm gonna have to say it, but it wasn't as bad in DMC. I didn't feel too limited.
Yeah, he starts off with enough moves. Nero, he has to buy his split move.
Yeah, which is really annoying.
They made enemy step a buyable move in this game too, but that's more understandable because people like to abuse it for canceling, but...
for slick true style combos, clearly. Also, Nero's dropkick that he does in that cutscene, you can do that, but it has one of the most stupid button combinations I've ever seen.
It's not a...
You have to hold down the taunt while sprinting, I know.
Yeah, it's not bad if you put taunt on one of the shoulder buttons. which is what I do.
Why would you
because
put taunt on the shoulder button, though?
Because I can't play with the gun on my shoulder button, so I put taunt on instead. I use
That's how you do the burst shot, man.
During this playthrough. Alright, now the actual gameplay starts. Oh wait, no, there's a tutorial first. You can turn the tutorial off, and you won't have to go through the tutorial when you replay Mission 1, but that also cuts out all of the cutscenes during the mission, so I turned it back on for this playthrough, just for this mission.
Because I hate tutorials. I like to learn how a game works by myself.
Ah, well, an opening tutorial at the beginning of a game to get the controls down isn't bad, but, you know, constantly being bombarded by 10,000 tutorials for 3 hours at the start of the game is kind of fucking annoying. And games have been doing that a lot lately.
My favorite tutorial message: press the analog stick to move. usually you have to walk over to the guy to get that message.
Oh, what are you doing in this game? Sonic's that way.
It always gets me that you have to go to you have to walk to the tutorial guy to get that message. You already know. It always got me there. Seriously.
Blood Dragon did like the same thing with its tutorial, if I remember. It's like press the jump button to jump, and then like, it was like engage your leg muscles to jump as well. And it's like, yeah.
Oh, Blood Dragon's great because the tutorial was literally torture.
Now, for Devil May Cry, I concede this being something you would need a tutorial for, the dodge roll, because, well, it works different than in 2 and DMC, where you just have a dodge button that rolls in any direction.
In DMC, you have 2 dodge buttons, because you don't just need 1, clearly.
I don't know why they did that. Oh, in the cutscenes alone, Nero fires off twice as many shots as this gun can hold before he actually needs to reload. I just want to point that detail out.
Oh, you remember what the guy said that currently directs Devil May Cry said about not reloading, right?
Yeah.
Not the stuff I say about the whole demonic crap. He just says no one reloads because it wouldn't be very actiony.
Clearly, the only times you ever need to reload are instances like this, or when Lady reloads, because they can do it stylish and make it all badass.
No, Nero does reload if you let the animation linger, but when are you ever going to do that?
First difference between Dante and Nero that you'll see is that Nero actually has a 4th hit to his main combo. Actually, I kind of prefer that. After playing as Nero, the ordinary Rebellion combo is kind of lame, actually.
The thing I did
the styles of 4
when I was getting better at it, because I, played Devil May Cry 4 for ages. Mostly Bloody Palace once I beat the game, but whatever. Nero's play focuses a lot more on going around the screen, whereas Dante is a lot more methodical. Like, yeah. Oh man.
I confess, I'm not that very good at Dante. I am a Nero person. I like playing as Nero more than Dante.
That's the point. Nero is...
Yeah, I have my gun on... I actually learned from automatic mode, I know I was really not in the mood, to have my gun on a shoulder button, because automatic mode automatically charges your gun.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Because you
can make good use of the charge shot with the gun on the regular button, but it's most effective on the shoulder because you can hold down shoulder buttons while comboing.
Yeah.
And then just blast out a charge shot 3 at the end.
To make the enemy bounce.
I wish we could do half the shit with the Devil Bringer that Nero does in cutscenes in-game.
Where's my giant god hand Devil Bringer? I want that.
Haha!
Like, the most badass things you'll do with the Devil Bringer are actually the boss throws. Boss throws can get pretty fucking crazy, especially when you have the Devil...
Devil Trigger on boss throws are the greatest thing.
Yeah, but you're not going to be throwing background objects the size of Goliath or anything, no.
No.
I love this right here. This is half the reason I always play with the tutorial on when I replay Mission 1. This scene right here. The church bench showdown.
Stuff like that's always just why I like Dante, honestly. He just doesn't even
He doesn't
Give up.
Yeah, half the stuff he does doesn't even register.
He's not even taking Nero seriously at this point, which is why he loses. He basically lets Nero win. Like when you fight him again later in the game, he wrecks Nero's shit. But
He just sort of stops. He goes, nah, no fun. Of course, the fun thing about New Game Plus Dante, the actual fight, is
he kicks your ass.
because he decides, hey, look what I found.
It's not gonna happen in this one because in Son of Sparta, he'll do it in Mission 1 and other difficulties, but in Son of Sparta mode he only has the handguns, the shotgun, and the sword. But in the second round and in all the upper level difficulties after this, he will bust out fucking Pandora lasers and Lucifer on your ass and all that.
That was what happened to me. Like, I went, hey, Dante must die on Devil May Cry 4. Well, I've done it on 3, so it can't be too hard here. And he literally instant killed me with the laser. I was, oh, so that's his game. Okay.
Now watch and be amazed as I fucking fail to capitalize on Devil Trigger at all during this fight.
I forget, does Dante have a Devil Trigger throw in this fight?
He does, but it's just the Devil Trigger just when you hit him with the Devil Trigger, all it does is slam him down on the ground 3 times without having to go through the struggle.
Oh right, yeah.
You can also, if you manage to catch, on the rare occasion where you manage to catch him in the air with a buster, you'll slam him down without going through the struggle either. And wow, I managed to hit him with a streak. That never happens. And a charge shot 1. The fuck? He usually auto dodges that shit. Dante.
I love how when you knock him over, he just slides back. Don't even give a fuck, man.
When Dante's fighting for serious, he's actually pretty damn hard to hit with anything because he auto dodges a lot of shit. A common exploit on normal mode is to do this, where you
shoot him and then pull him.
Wait, you get him in where he's ricocheting your bullets, try to snatch him and then buster him. But in the upper level difficulties, the buster struggle is really hard to pull off.
In the upper level difficulties with Dante, I found that the best thing to do is to it's mostly hit fast and dodge a lot.
Yeah, and don't use streak because streak he just auto dodges streak every time.
And then he'll stinger your ass.
He'll make you.
Dante does a lot of dodging and stingering. If you fight him recklessly,
That's how I play Dante. When I was a kid and I was playing the first Devil May Cry, and you know when you max out Stinger, it goes ridiculously far. I was exclusively using it to travel.
Yeah, I did the same thing. The one thing I missed the most in Devil May Cry 2 was Stinger distance. Stinger has no distance and no speed in that game. Nice animation.
Devil May Cry 2.
Animation, and that's about all I could hope for out of that move. Like it's a parry, like it's a sort of rapier step-in thing, which looks kind of cool, but that's all I can say about Devil May Cry 2.
1, 3, and 4, and DMC, Stinger and Streak just sort of carry you forward like your sword is pulling you or something.
Yeah. Well, in DMC, it's Stinger to million stab, even if you didn't want to. Sorry, no, trillion stab. Our game's better, trillion stab, right? No.
Now, in every good DMC game, Dante gets impaled on his own sword. That is the indicator. And now that I've said that, Capcom is going to have him be... just going to make it a requisite to have him impaled on his own sword in every DMC game at some point or other. But
as if there's gonna be another DMC.
There'll be another DMC.
There'll be another. Well, in Virgil's downfall, Vorgil impales fake Dante on his own sword. That counts, right?
That counts, right? The DLC, which is stupidly unfair and short. I can't really say much of the story in Virgil's downfall other than fake Dante was hilariously mean.
Oh no, we need Virgil to be a complete and utter asshole for the sequel. Let's give him a contrived reason to turn evil and have an army of demons.
Brilliant.
totally
Even
safe.
better, let's make it a DLC. Fantastic.
And now the clip's finished. Alright.
I love
And
how
we move
utterly
on.
crap Nero is about hiding his arm. And nobody notices.
I love
Nobody
how
gives a shit anymore
he says
anyways.
it came from. It says in the manual, one of the few things you can read in the manual these days, that he got it from an attack from some blades. So it makes it in a cast, but I assume he doesn't give a crap.
He sort of pulls his sleeve down over it, but we'll see that in the next part. See you guys next time, everyone out there in reality land.
Yep. See you,
Later.
peeps.